Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Welcome back to the learning space. I would like to welcome you back to this new video. And in this video we are going to be looking at World Heritage Sites, which is a tourism grade 12 topic. We will start by looking at the concept of World Heritage Sites. We have local sites, which are sites of importance to a local area. It follows that a World Heritage Site is important to the world as a whole. World Heritage Sites belong to all the people of the world. A World Heritage Site in South Africa is just as important as a World Heritage Site in Australia or China. As responsible citizens of the world, we need to take care of all these outstanding sites so that we can leave them in good condition for future generations. So this goes back to recycling, green tourism practices, and making sure that whatever we do is not harmful to our environment. Now let us look at the role of UNESCO. UNESCO is the United Nations educational, scientific, and cultural organization. This organization forms part of the United Nations. The concept of protecting heritage on a worldwide basis began after World War I, when nations began to realize that they were in danger of losing their natural and cultural heritage if action was not taken. There were a number of movements in different countries which had the aim of protecting heritage if action was not taken. In 1972, the Convention Concerning the Protection of the World Cultural and Heritage was signed, joining both cultural and natural preservation movements. The main function of UNESCO. The main objective of UNESCO is to contribute to peace and security in the world by promoting collaboration among nations through education, science, culture, and communication in order to further the universal respect for justice, for the rule of law, and for human rights and fundamental freedoms which are affirmed for the people of the world without distraction of race, sex, language, or religion. So we know that it's quite possible for us to not be at peace because of differences such as race, our languages, our religion, as well as sex, and so forth. So UNESCO is an organization that is there to ensure that we are able to come together, right? Because there are things, as much as there are differences amongst us in the world, there are also similarities that we share together, such as the rule of law, human rights, fundamental freedoms. Because of that, we can use that as a basis for our collaboration so that we can have peace among our nations. UNESCO principal functions are to promote intellectual cooperation and mutual understanding of peoples through all means of mass communication. We know that mass communication is communicating on a larger scale. For example, we are able to easily communicate with people of the world through different mediums. To give fresh impulse to popular education and to the spread of culture, to maintain, increase, and diffuse knowledge. That's also another principle of UNESCO, to ensure that our knowledge is not limited, but it's always increased, to encourage scientific research and training, to apply sciences to ensure human development and the rational management of natural resources. Selection criteria. A site should. So these are some of the criteria that UNESCO will look at before they declare a site a World Heritage Site. It must represent a masterpiece of human creative genius. It must also exhibit an important interchange of human values over a span of time or within a cultural area of the world. On development in architecture or technology, monumental arts, town planning, or landscape design. It must be unique or at least exceptional testimony to a cultural tradition or to a civilization which is living or which has disappeared. It must also be outstanding example of a type of building, architectural or technological ensemble or landscape which illustrates a significant stage in human history. We still continue with the selection criteria. It must be directly associated with the events of or living traditions with ideas or with beliefs with artistic and literary works of outstanding universal significance. It must be an outstanding, for example, representing major stages of the Earth's history, including record of life. For example, there is a site there in South Africa which represents the history of life. Significant ongoing geological processes in the development of landforms. It must be outstanding example representing ongoing ecological and biological processes in the ovulation and development of terrestrial, freshwater, coastal, and marine ecosystems and communities of plants and animals. Lastly but not least, the site should contain the most important and significant natural habitats for conservation of biological diversity, including those containing threatened species of outstanding universal value from the point of view of science or conservation. We have come to the end of our presentation. I hope you have learned something about World Heritage Sites. We're talking about them in this presentation. We also spoke about UNESCO, what they are all about. We also spoke about their principles as well as the selection criteria that UNESCO looks at before they declare a site as a World Heritage Site. If you have enjoyed this presentation, please do not leave here without subscribing. Please subscribe, please like the video, please share the video with anyone that you think would benefit from the video. I thank you so much. Bye for now.